Good morning, everyone. I try to be as realistic as I can when I'm out here on the homestead because I think that is the best type of information for all of you. Let's see what I'm doing today. I'm back up here at the well house. You know why? You can never plan for anything going right. You should always plan for things going just a little bit off. So, our new well tank, yeah, it's not hooked up yet. Why? Because my glue froze. And with our family dynamics, I haven't been able to get to the store to get another bottle. I finally did, though. Now, this morning, I'm finally going to get the water hooked up. After that, I have a laundry list of things to do. And every day on a homestead, you're going to have a laundry list. Ooh. Detour. I was going to see how much rain we got, but my rain gauge fell off in the heavy rain. So I have no idea how much rain we got, but more than likely several inches, because this ground is like a soggy sponge. Later I'm going to talk about how homesteading is going. With our family dynamic, I mentioned that I only have one day a week to work, and some mornings and nights. Let's check out the greenhouse here. Yep, not doing too good. These were our citrus trees that died because we just didn't get the heater hooked up in the greenhouse. Hope they come back. This charge controller for the solar seems to be doing pretty good. Cheap Amazon, made in China, but sometimes you find good ones, sometimes you find bad ones. Cloudy days, it's been cloudy for a week and a half now. With a little bit of sun yesterday, we're holding 12.7 volts on that. I don't know. Of course, everything gets interrupted when you're trying to do things on the homestead. I came back here to get my seed starting table, propane for doing some sushugiban wood burning. And who's up on my feet? These guys. Nobody's ever satisfied. That's one of the things about living out here. You have to always roll with the punches. Everything always needs your attention, especially the animals. So you have to divert your attention from what you're doing and walk 150 yards to the barn to feed them. That's all you get. Go catch some mice. Freeloaders. Like with any job, gotta roll with punches. There's no punches out here today. You just have to switch different tasks. So this kind of work is very similar to most jobs. Things change on the fly. You have to change on the fly. Adapt, overcome. Just keep knocking the list out of things you gotta do. So, that's what we're doing every day. Well, in my case, once a week. In the house, maybe every day. With the kids, every day. It's days like this where you just have to pick and choose. So I have things to do in the barn, in the well house, in the greenhouse, dry places. I could throw on the rain gear and work outside, but why? I have other jobs to do inside. So I wanted to mention, just a tiny percentage of our subscribers actually watch our videos. That can't be because we're putting out bad videos. Our analytics show that just 1.7% of our subscribers, which is almost 5,000, watch our videos. That might be because YouTube has changed some things up. So I want to give you a heads up that if you want to get the latest and greatest updates on our videos, you got to hit the little bell next to the subscribe. That's this bell. That is gonna let you see what we're doing every week, because as you know, we put out a weekly video every Tuesday. It's not always gonna be projects. Sometimes it's gonna be a regular day like this, but we want you to be here with us. And 5,000 of you, we're so thankful. We want all of you to see what we're doing. Since it's so rainy, let's change our oil first. No, let's do the well house piping. No, let's get the seedlings started. Here I am under the truck. It got kind of late already. Sometimes that happens. You just got to roll with that punch too. Because, hey, you can only do what you can do. And you need to pace yourself. You need to work hard. But other things in your family on your homestead might need attention. Like our 10-month-old, who seems to be always sick. And I needed to help my wife inside this morning before I even got outside. But that's okay. Just do what you can do. Now let's change this oil. Well, we got job number 2 done for the day. Oil's changed. And let's see if the well pump works. It sure does. And somebody loves the water. You get all excited about one thing 1 minute, and then you come back and boo. Boo. Teflon tape sucks on those unions. Use pipe dope. Now that our plumbing task is taken care of today, it's time to go over the other property and prune some trees. So before we do that, we have to get the beast started. And she hasn't been started in a while. So you want to check right there. Check that out. Look at all that water that's accumulated in the fuel bowl. We've got to empty that out and clean out our fuel filter. Because if you don't do that, it's not really going to start. Now, normally you want to prune your fruit trees in early spring before they start to really bud out and bloom and leaf out. And some trees will do that and some won't. Guess what? I've been over to the orchard enough as I should have, and we've got, look at this peach tree. She is already blossoming out like crazy again this year. She's doing real well, except hopefully we don't have the brown rot again this year. Well, I got one whole tree done. That's it. And that's okay. Like I said, with our family dynamic, it's a challenge to work on Homestead. And we wanted to make this channel to show you how our family works, because I think there's a lot of you out there who are in the same situation. You've got one person working, and you've got maybe the other at home, and you may have both working. You may have kids in school. For us, we've got 2 kids at home. I'm the primary caregiver. I'm doing the homeschooling, taking care of the baby. She's only 10 months, but that's okay. My wife brings home the bacon. So, what I'm also trying to do is develop online businesses that will help us bring my wife home so that we're both able to be here on the homestead and working on the homestead full time. That might not happen for a couple years, but for right now, I think we're getting a decent amount done. We've got a nice little orchard here. It's not producing yet because I planted most of the trees. The ones that were planted by the previous owner just aren't producing yet. We've got a nice garden that produced a ton last year in its first year. We're so blessed by that. Go check out this video about how much we saved in terms of groceries on the homestead that first year. For us,
raising animals is not a priority right now. The first thing we'll get are chickens. And the primary reason for our chickens is to harvest the eggs and sell them, and also to use their manure for the garden. Now, we really don't have any plans for any other types of animals in the near future. The only other thing that we'd like to do are sheep, simply because we can harvest the wool from the sheep and utilize that for clothing, or sell the wool itself. And I think that'll be a really, really nice way of making some extra income here on the homestead. Now, a lot of people like goats for the milk. A lot of people do cows. I'm not going to do cows. Cows take up way too much room. They eat way too much, and they can be expensive to take care of. I have no need for a horse. Not going to do rabbits. So, chickens and sheep it will be. Some of the commenters here on YouTube can be kind of critical. Maybe they've been living in the country their whole life. Maybe they've been living in the mountains their whole life. Maybe they've been homesteading and built the log cabin with their hands 20 years ago. For them to say this isn't a homestead, kind of ridiculous, because they started out maybe in the same place we did. So we're going to continue to work on this place to become more self-sufficient, to do more things ourselves, to get my wife retired, and to get our kids homeschooled here. I think it's going to be a great place. And it's a place that's a work in progress. We're thankful you're here with us. We want you to always be here with us, so please subscribe. Please leave us comments below about where you're at in your homesteading, what you want to see on this channel, how we can help you, and maybe if you can help us, drop us a comment about how you can help us. We appreciate it. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.